Welcome to a new series of mine. I don't know how this is actually gonna go. With knowing my channel, it's not gonna go anything other than Forza does shit. But I like playing Formula 1 games, so that's pretty much the only reason why. And the story mode, I feel like it's perfect for a lot of recording and stuff. I'm planning on doing like co-op campaign with my friend, but he doesn't get it until Friday, so that's why I'm kind of doing this now. But Breaking Point, it's kind of a cool thing. It's you, instead of creating your own driver, you take the place as Aiden Jackson, and you start out in Formula 2 in the last race of the season. We're gonna do that, and if you do well, you get you continue to Formula 1, where you have Casper Ackerman. Apparently, I think that's like a really experienced driver, so kind of think of him kind of like Kimi, just like a really good, just fairly old driver. And then Devin Butler, from, if you remember, in 2019, I think, is when they added the story with yourself, Devin Butler, and the other one I don't remember. He's like a douche, but he's like a fucking handsome douche, so you just want to hate him even more. We're gonna start the team. I've always been a Rebel guy. It's always been my favorite team. So AlphaTauri, Toro Rosso is like, I really like the team. But Aston too. I wasn't really that big of a fan of Force India and Racing Point, but Aston Martin has always been a brand that I really loved. Just always made cool cars. The British Racing Green is sick. Their car in general just looks really good. Alfa Romeo Sauber. It's just, well, they're not named Sauber, but they are Sauber. Same shit. Haas. We could replace the two worst drivers. Oh, I like Mick, so Williams, they're the worst car. Well, actually, they're not the worst car this year. That's the Haas. But yeah, I'm pretty much gonna pick AlphaTauri. In terms of assists, I play this game a lot. Well, I have done at least. But I always use Racing Line. I always use manual. I pretty much everything else except ABS, because I'm struggling a lot with the braking in this game, because they changed the handling model and the tire model. It's just, I really just can't get consistent with the braking right now, so I'll leave ABS on. I get less frustrated. I hate myself more or less. I will eventually turn it off, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that for the series. But I've traction off, which suck in the rain, but it's sort of fun. With simulation, everything. I might use flashbacks a bit, because depending on how severe it is, if it's like race ending, I most likely will just flashback. I just have always done it that way. So, also sorry if you really hear my paddles. Blame Logitech for making really loud wheels. They don't feel good, and they sound just bad.
Every driver is being so aggressive. Check it out. They'll all be feeling the pressure right now. None more so than young Aiden Jackson.
That's ourselves.
That's right.
That's us.
Rumors from the paddock talk about a possible future for Jackson in Formula 1. And with only a few laps to go, this is still anyone's race.
The atmosphere here is electric, and we couldn't have asked for a better finish to the F2 season here in Abu Dhabi.
Like, to be honest, watching F2 races and F3, it's almost more fun, because the cars are so similar, and they just, you can pretty much always make a move. If you're good enough, of course. If I know myself right, I'll just start sucking really bad the second I'm recording. I'll try to like not race like a dick, but in this game, sometimes you have to. Lord Mahavir, goodbye, my friend. Latifi, yeah, 2020 was his first season. I forget that a lot, because we're now technically in the 2019 F2 season. Oh, we almost touched Nick there. And by the way, I'm not really... I never see myself as good, because compared to, like, esports guys, I suck. But I would say I'm fairly quick, usually. The talking part is probably going to ruin me. Like, a lot. But the reason... One thing I don't like about Racing Point, because I've done a Racing Point, yeah. Point Break. Breaking Point. Come on.
Good job, nice overtake.
Point Break's freaking what Tony calls Thor in Avengers 1. Like that. Ugh. Just, the F2 car is sort of weird. I don't know if it's just the handling model in this game that's so... weird to me right now, because I'm used to 2020. But, yeah. One thing I don't like is that there's only 3 different difficulties. In normal career, there's like a sort of percentage system that you can just go from like a 0 to 110, I think, is usually the max. Which is just the AI difficulty. But here you only have normal, challenging, and hard. But I'm really somewhere in the middle of challenging and hard, because if I drive perfectly, I mean perfect, I can do the goal. At least in this race, in the F2 race, I can do the goal. But I have to drive perfectly. But you see, I'm cruising by Luca Giotto. Cruising away from him. Like, I'm not really trying that hard. I do have one advantage that I really raced on this track like 3 days ago. In my team on 2020. But in general, like, I wish they had more difficulties, difficulty levels to choose from. That's one criticism I have.
This is your final lap of the race.
I really wish there was more to choose from, because really this... If it's like this, it'll get pretty boring for me. Well, it's not gonna get boring, but like... I don't like just cruising away from the AI. It's just... What's fun is if you have like a slower car and then play like a sort of lower difficulty, so you can actually like... If you drive well, you can like fight for wins, even though your car is like the 6th fastest. That's like sort of fun, but like this, in an F2 race where everyone's pretty much the same, it's because it's the Spec Series. It's sort of boring, but... Or not as exciting, I guess. Boring? No. But again, we're playing as Aiden Jackson, I think is the name of the character. We are currently, if we win, we are officially the 2019 Formula 2 World Champions. If I don't fuck up the last... I don't like the last sector in Abu Dhabi. I generally just don't like the track. In this year in real life, they're actually gonna redo. They're gonna actually redo the track. This track and... what's the other one? Australia.
Work, Aiden. Great drive, mate. Congratulations. Yes!
They're gonna change some chicanes and stuff, so hopefully the racing gets better.
And he's done it.
But that's not in the game anymore. That's also...
Jackson wins the F2 championship.
That's Monaco.
The win for Jackson. What a win.
No wonder
Couldn't
why...
have gone to a better driver.
What?
He's already been vocal about his dreams of one day driving for Red Bull in Formula One. Let's just hope the right people are watching today. And here he is, the man of the moment, Aiden Jackson.
They actually, like,
Race and a
change...
fantastic win for this incredible driver.
Indeed. After this, I guarantee that Jackson will be the hot topic in more than a few upcoming F1 team meetings.
Like, depending on what
Definitely bright
team you
for this
pick...
young driver.
Hey, that's pretty much our, like, boss thing. Depending on what team you pick... If you pick Red Bull... Well, Alpha Tower, you can... They say Red Bull. And if you pick Aston, they say Mercedes, and... So, like, it's cool that they changed some lines compared to what team
Now
you
you've
pick.
made the leap
Wow!
to one, no
Buxton!
You've been watching your career. How does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your first race?
To be honest with you, Will, it hasn't really quite sunk in yet. The team has given me a fantastic opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime, a dream come true. So, to answer your question, I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes, you know? I've even had to pinch myself a couple of times. So, yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming. But out on the track, the speed, the noise, even the smell, it's all the same. I just hope my driving is too.
And what about Casper Ackerman? Are you intimidated at all having such a seasoned and experienced driver as your first teammate in Formula One? How's that relationship coming along?
I've always looked up to Casper as someone to aspire to. Growing up as a kid, his pictures all over my bedroom walls, you know? The dream was always to be Casper. But, as it turns out, I'll be racing alongside Casper, which is good enough for me. I get to learn from the best. Besides, every legend has to start somewhere, right?
Aiden,
Cringe.
just wondering if we can get your reaction to the obvious comparisons that are being made between you and another F1 driver. Much like you, he made the transition from F2 to F1 last season. What do you say to the press here, and to your fans, who are calling you the new Devon Butler?
The new Devon Butler. I'm alright with that. Does that mean we can lose the old one?
You come over well. They like you. I don't know what you were worried about.
Thanks.
You know, everything's going to be fine out there today. I just know it. Just do what you did in F2. Easy.
Thanks, Brian. I won't let you down.
Hopefully we won't. The cutscenes in this game, like, look
Come on, Aiden.
really good.
You've got this.
I don't know why it tears so much. I don't have VSync on, but usually that causes tearing, don't it? Doesn't it? Hey, Matty from WTF1. Who's the fastest one? Oh, Devin Butler. Matty, well, it's here, a new F1 season. I feel like we've been waiting all year for this.
Hello?
Aiden, are you in your room?
Oh, hey Brian. Yeah, I'm in my room.
Good. Well, have a look around. I hope you like it. Should be everything you need in there. News feeds, social media. It's hooked up to the lot. Just do me a favour, eh?
Go on.
Make sure you check your emails. I think there's a message in there for you.
Oh, right. Thanks, Brian.
Take a breather, do what you need to do, and I'll see you before the race.
Nice one.
Jimmy Broadbent! Hey! It's cool that he's there. And it's freaking David Coulthard. Mum!
Hello?
Hello, love. How's it going?
Alright, Ma. Yeah, it's going alright. Just getting ready.
I saw your interview.
And?
You need a haircut.
Alright. Well, thanks, I guess.
But aside from that, you were great. I'm so proud of you, Aiden.
I know, Ma. Thanks.
I wish I could be out there with you. This is everything you've worked towards.
Yeah, I know, but you'll be at the next one.
Just do what you do, and everything will be great.
Thanks, Ma.
And remember, mirror, signal, maneuver. And always stick to the speed limit.
Great advice. I'm all over it.
I know you are, love. I'll speak to you later. Good luck.
Bye.
Good luck. Good thing the only place that has a speed limit on a racetrack is the pit area, so yay. Reward. To just, does not like anything to do. But let's go to the race.
A solid start, Aiden. Let's try and push it further.
Copy that. Where's Casper?
He's up ahead. Let's try and bring you two closer together. The gap to the car ahead is 1.6 seconds.
Try to catch him, I guess. Like, especially the F1 cars, they feel really pushy. And they have really snappy.
We're seeing major front wing damage. Box, box, box.
They're
A
really
new strategy
snappy.
is available on the
Yeah,
LFD.
I know. Let me check something. Is it in calibration? Throttle linearity. I just... I'm sorry about that, but I just thought I had like had my settings right, but it just didn't feel like it because I just spun. But it's probably more that I'm not used to the handling. That used to almost be like a flat corner.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy. Casper's in P10 at the moment.
Russell's on hards, meaning it should technically be sort of easily to catch up to. Of course he isn't.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
I don't really tire wire manage. I try not to lock up and I try not to do a burnout out of every corner. That's how I don't manage my tires. Look at George! He just like completely blocks the outside there. What the heck?
Casper is a couple of places up on you. Our gap to the car in front is 2.3 seconds.
The cars feel like really bad on transitions. Going left to right there, it just feels like it pushes and pushes and pushes. There's probably like some car setups you could do, but as far as I know, you can't change your car setup in Breaking Point.
Closing in on Casper now, Aiden. Good job.
Yes, I am, but I almost took out Devon too.
Casper's in P10 at the moment.
He's ahead of Butler, I can see. They always block the outside on this corner. Try to get Devon space, even though he'll never do it to me. Because he's a dick. Right there. Right on the... As when you go from left to right, the car just doesn't feel like it moves. It just keeps going. Left, and then eventually just heaves over. And yeah, it just doesn't feel good.
Casper is directly ahead of you.
I can see that. So do I have to get like within a half a second or something? It's good though. Just dive into a corner and just takes over.
Grand Prix this has been, but there's still plenty of time for more drama.
There certainly is, Crofty, and these two have been fighting each other incredibly hard so far. They don't want to go tripping over each other though, because Devon Butler is coming up from behind. He's on the attack too.
Aiden, Casper's not your priority. We need you to defend.
It's okay. I've got this.
It's okay, I've got this. He's dive bombing you guys.
Oh, this can't work, and it doesn't. Ackerman's off onto the verge of what looks like damage as
We
well.
freaked out and turned right.
He'll be fine. He's heading for the pits now. You just concentrate on the race.
Well, there we have it. I think we're going to get fireworks tonight at the Alpha Tauri garage.
There will be, Crofty, for sure. Look, it was a late move from Devon Butler, but you never want to see two teammates make contact.
Come on.
Surely be seething at that one.
Absolutely, and I tell you who else isn't going to be happy too. Aiden Jackson, not how his F1 race debut should have gone.
That was a horrible move. We could have... That was a fairly tight section of the track. We could have just went slightly left earlier and not gone and squeezed
car's okay.
Ackerman
Understood.
could have like not gone for the move there.
Copy.
It was a stupid move. He's a rookie. This is his first race. You shouldn't do stuff like that. Yeah, you want to prove yourself. I get that, but that was not the time to prove to the team that you're the fastest. Fighting with your teammate, someone right up your ass. That's a bad move. Buller's still ahead of us, so let's try and catch him, maybe pass him. Don't know if we can do that though. But we do have like 4 laps. Should have stayed 3rd, but understeer.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.9 seconds.
We're gaining though.
Ahead under pressure, you might make a mistake. The gap is only 2 seconds.
But it's Devon though. He's really aggressive, but he's not really known to make that many mistakes. Sort of gained a little bit there. I'm not sure how I feel about the new UI.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, it was a bad place to almost hit Butler.
Gap to teammate behind is 31.1 seconds.
Let's blame the dirty air, okay? We got really good grip out of the corner.
Nice move. Good
That was a good move. Slightly off track in the chicane there, but that's completely within reason. He pushed us, we push him a little bit.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Two and a half seconds to L-bomb now. I think you might, but that's a hard one. I don't like this corner. That corner.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Well, I don't just not like it. Don't just not like it. Yeah, Good grammar, yes. I hate it. It's so weird. I'm gonna try to get the curb like fairly straight, because then you can pretty much keep it pinned. If you like come at it at too much of an angle, you just start losing the run. Yeah, Phil Jackson, Albon. I feel like it's too far ahead. I don't think we can catch up to him. We can still drive though.
Gap to car in front is 2.0 seconds.
If you push like hell and get really lucky, push like hell. That's what happens when you push like hell. I always struggle with that corner.
This is your final lap of the race.
They need to keep fighting. Slow themselves down.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I like that you can actually hear the turbo in this game. You can hear the blow valve too. That Rebel's quick. Come on, Albon! Sorry, Stroll. I'm sorry. I completely fucked Stroll there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was dirty.
That's the end of the race. We'll see.
That was dirty. I'm sorry. Oh, it's like
Yes, another historic win under their belt.
I had Albon on my left. I was quicker than him. Stroll. I tried to just because Stroll just kept moving to the right. I had probably 10-20 kilometers on him. I knew Albon was on my left. I wanted to go ahead of Albon and to the left of Stroll, but I just no. I'm sorry.
Looks like you won't be disappointed. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Of course. Lewis always wins. Post-race. An awkward incident between Devon Butler and his own teammate. Casper Ackerman marred Jackson's maiden outing in F1.
Casper, listen. I don't know what happened out there.
It was your fault.
It wasn't my fault.
Whose fault was it then? Who was the idiot behind the wheel of your car? You're pathetic. You won't even admit when you made a mistake. How did they ever sign you?
Oh, Butler. Devon, I didn't see that.
What, like, out on the track today? You nearly took me out, mate.
Look, I don't know what happened. You cut in, I swerved. Next thing I knew, Casper was out.
Whoa. Mate, I was nothing to do with it. Whatever that was all on you. Don't be trying to pass the blame, because you haven't settled in yet.
Yeah, I kind of think it was Jackson's fault.
No problem.
You seem to find your feet quite quickly after you graduated from Formula 2. What advice would you give to Jackson in his first season?
Well, stay out of my way, mostly. And taking out your own teammate isn't something I would make a habit of.
Almost ready, Aiden. We're just checking audio levels.
Sure.
Seriously, Casper must be wondering what on earth AlphaTauri would think.
That's great. Thanks, Devon.
Oh, he's such a dick. Such a dick.
Okay.
Oh,
Talk about that incident.
flipping out. Yeah, let's talk about that. Fun, so fun. Complete an eventful maiden race. Not a great start for the F1 outfit, with a turbulent beginning for AlphaTauri in F1 in the F1 2020 season here at the Australian Grand Prix. Following a strong start, events took an unfortunate turn after an avoidable incident between both AlphaTauri drivers Casper Ackerman and Aiden Jackson ended in disaster. It's unclear at this stage where the responsibility for the incident falls, but with Ackerman's damaging his vehicle and being forced to pit early, and the involvement of Devon Butler, who may have contributed to the situation with an arguably aggressive maneuver. He only does aggressive maneuvers. Always, only. That's the only thing he ever does. It's clear there will be strong words in both the AlphaTauri and Haas garages tonight. We reached out to both teams who are still yet to comment on the situation. Brian.
Brian.
Talk to me. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, what happened out there today? I had it all under control and then...
Look, let's not go through all that now. We'll talk about it at the debrief.
Right, yeah.
I was actually talking about your little run-in with Casper and Butler over in the paddock.
Oh, wow. News travels fast.
The paddock talks, Aiden. Besides, I've got ears like a hawk. Listen, Butler's a clown. The man's ego is bigger than a... No, I've got nothing. Don't give it a second thought.
Thanks, Brian.
The Casper? Yes, he can get a little hot-headed, especially after a race. But you have got to work with him. That manoeuvre today...
Wasn't my fault, Brian.
It probably cost us points. I'll level with you. A lot of people on the team are disappointed, Aiden. And I'll be saying as much to Casper. Now, learn from it and move on. But you can't let it happen again. I'll see you at the debrief.
Yeah, we got some points, which is really good. Photo shoot. Hey Aiden, we've got hair makeup arriving at your hotel room at 9 a.m. sharp. And he said he didn't need it, but the clients insist. Then a car will be there at 10 to take you to the location. Wardrobe will meet you on the side. I've seen some of the looks they want. Be open-minded, okay? What's it gonna be? I know I'm going on, but that's what a good PA. That's what good PAs are for. I'll call you in the morning. See you there. Sass. Such sass. Chinese Grand Prix. Yeah, I think after this race, I think it's gonna be it.
It's the Chinese Grand Prix here
For this video, at least. Probably gonna be a fairly lengthy one.
A rookie's favourite, Alex Albon. Remember him from last year? A brilliant race in his debut season, and it looks like Aiden Jackson's continuing the trend.
He really is, Crofty. He's showing great promise so far this season.
Well, here's Ackerman now, going up behind his young teammate.
The rumour in the paddock, Crofty, is that the tension's building between these two. Let's see what happens here.
Here we go, Ackerman's going for it! Down the inside of the hairpin,
They touch!
off the track!
What are you doing? Casper, what the hell?
Looks like Jackson's really struggling to get over that.
Okay, Aiden, keep it focused. Concentrate.
That brush with his teammate clearly affecting the young driver.
It looks like it has, Crofty. I can't see any significant damage to that car, so he's going to have to pull himself back into this race.
Let's hope it actually doesn't have damage.
What was that all about?
You can recover, Aiden.
That was revenge.
That's not okay. That's really not okay.
That was revenge. That's what that's called. Get a bit of a slipstream. One thing I also don't like, that you don't get any practice. You just get thrown straight into the races. Got a bad exit compared to Ocon. This here used to be flat. It's far from it now. Side by side. I get the DRS, so bye bye Ocon. You gotta plan your overtakes, like passing right before the DRS section there. It can be dangerous. So if you're side by side, you're not getting the slipstream, and then you're also not getting DRS because you are technically ahead of him. It's yeah. It's weird and it sucks. Russell's P20. Poor George. I love you. Thank you, George.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Sorry, Carlos, but you were really slow. I lost so much to that. It's like the only place you can really pass on this track. I'm usually like pretty okay at China. Definitely not my strongest track, but usually like average, I guess. I hate this corner. It's just you turn and then just like try and keep some speed in the car, but like you just push and push and push. I waited a bit too long to get on the gas there and just I was scared to spin. That's like one of the corners that you're just doomed if you want to stay behind someone because dirty air. Screw you, Casper. That was a dick move, but I understand why you did it. I really understand why you did it.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was like, I just had him. I have Albon here. But he just closed the door on me. It's not really a passing corner either. It's just... I had like no grip on the rear end. Oh, dirty air. Scheisse.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
That stripe to the DRS section. Can we get past Butler too? That would be really good. Didn't get DRS though.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
I think I know a way we could have gotten, it's like if we didn't brake. This is gonna suck. Make the move. Stick the move. Lick the stamp and send it! Paris is still like now 2 seconds ahead. 1.8, but.
This is your final lap. Final lap of the race.
Good sector 3 though.
Teammate by 3.2 seconds.
I think we might actually get past Paris too. How'd the counter steer there? This is like also one of the corners I feel you can pass on.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
No matter what I do, you still get DRS. This is such a crucial corner. Yeah, I seem to be kind of slow at it. P7. I think we should be really happy with that. Pass Butler and our teammate. They're sort of the 2 persons you want to be.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, plenty to digest there, and a little bit ominous seeing the 2 AlphaTauri teammates make contact again.
Things don't look stable between these 2 drivers, Crofty. They've barely been teammates 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That wheel bump, could that have been avoided, Ant?
Yeah,
definitely.
Like Ackerman was making a bit of a statement to me.
Yeah.
Certainly not giving Jackson any room.
A sign of things to come? Well, for their sake, let's hope not. That wraps things up here in China. Until next time.
Definitely.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Of course, Mercedes. Last time wasn't a 1-2, but it was a 1-3, I think. This time Bottas was on the top step, not Lewis. Following an eventful Chinese Grand Prix, tensions are on the rise at AlphaTauri as Jackson and Ackerman again make contact with one another, following an aggressive overtake maneuver by the veteran. Is he gonna apologize?
Casper, what the hell was that? You nearly put me out the entire race.
That was payback.
Bumping wheels like that, you could have put us both into the barrier. Casper, come on, man. I have to make a phone call.
Mom, cancel the TV subscription. The entertainment
is right here.
Come off it. Do you really have nothing better to do?
Nope.
Now? No. Why would I want to miss this?
Yeah.
You two are like characters in a badly written sitcom. You wanted your lot to sign Ricardo, you know. Ask anyone.
What do you mean?
The paddock talks, mate.
It does.
And so did Ackerman. Should have heard him last season. He didn't care who he talked to, and he was always going off and on about you. He tried to stop him from signing you. He didn't want to play babysitter.
Oh, he did.
Everyone knows. Have you not seen the way that people look at you? We all feel sorry for you, mate.
Haha,
You never
sure.
stood a chance with it.
Huh.
You want my advice?
Prove him wrong.
Prove him wrong. Chin up.
Oh, you want to punch him, but he's got a point. We just got to keep beating him. It's like the one thing we can actually do. Jackson and Ackerman clashes once again. Temper seems frayed over at AlphaTauri. After an incident left both Casper Ackerman and Eden Jackson fighting wheel to wheel. It's an obvious clash of egos. Ackerman openly challenges teammates' position only for the pair to bump wheels with disastrous results. Not really, but like it could have gone worse, but it could have gone better. This unfortunate contact initially left Ackerman in a far more advantageous position, of course, allowing him to roar ahead. However, Jackson's grit and determination were also on full show, and the junior driver's tenacity pushed him to ultimately pass and finish the race ahead of his teammate, the Flying Dutchman. It's undeniable that with such a recovery and then rising above adversity and finishing ahead of his teammate, Aiden Jackson's reputation is sealed as the new hot name in F1. Yeah, we just gotta continue. Continue beating everyone we can.
Hey, Ma.
Hello, love. I saw the race and thought I'd give you a call.
And why's that?
Just to say well done, like I always do.
Oh, right.
I saw what happened in the race with Casper. Can't believe he wasn't penalized. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
And Casper, what's he said about it?
Nothing. He wouldn't speak to me.
Well, maybe keep trying. It can't hurt to clear the air. Just remember what your grandmother always used to say. The fights that can't be won are the fights you fight the hardest.
I'm not even sure that makes sense.
Just whatever's going on, don't let it get to you. And call me later, okay?
Will do.
So, is our mom Asian? Because she has like that sort of British Asian, like first generation British Asian accent. Jessica, what? She's there too. And that's the Chinese Grand Prix in the books. How many more sleeps till the next race? Intriguing start to the season all around, particularly from the teams in the middle of the pack. It's looking very competitive. Claire. Arvo. Jackson looked properly rattled after that, Sean. Yeah, we were. Just to let you know, this evening's post-race meeting has been pushed back 20 minutes, so you've got a little extra time for yourself. Also, that little bump today between you and Casper has got quite a few people concerned. Yeah, and I don't think France is too impressed, so come prepared for a few harsh words. Yeah, understandable. I've already said this to you both, but you have got to start working together. There's a lot at stake. It can't be jeopardized by you two butting heads. The press is already starting to talk. So come on now. See you in the meeting. Don't be late. An update. Just a couple things I thought I'd fire over. The restaurant's confirmed for tonight. I've already arranged a car to pick you up. It's your mom's birthday next week. You asked me to remind you. Colin Perry keeps contacting me to see if you'll do an interview for Trackside, and I know you're not keen, so I've avoided giving him your email address. Let me know if you change your mind. Enjoy tonight. Let me know how it goes. I've heard really great things about this place. It's just never a thing. The recent series of incidents with his teammate Casper Ackerman, both on and off the track, have marred the start of Aiden Jackson's rookie F1 season. With the French Grand Prix coming up, Jackson is keen to find the form that brought him so much success in F2.
What a race we have in store for us today, with a competitive field ready to do battle once again. Hold on to the edge of your seat. It's time for another Formula One Grand Prix.
It's time for the epileptic Grand Prix. Oh, I don't like this track.
3.6 mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour. Here we are then at the Circuit Paul Ricard in France, the 10th race of the 2020.
We're halfway through the season almost.
Standings are starting to take some kind of shape.
And it's actually a GTR
yeah,
now.
Exactly. You've got your big three
Good.
jostling for position at the top, so no surprises there. A little less predictable in the midfield, though you could make an argument for AlphaTauri underperforming somewhat.
Of
Two
course.
AlphaTauri drivers denying each other points, perhaps. Well, it's all to race for and a lot of season left ahead of us. So let's see how it all pans out. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have
Bottas. Of course.
Leclerc, Sergio Perez.
Ricciardo. What?
Norris, Vettel, Sainz, and Lance Stroll. Ocon, Ackerman, Butler, and
Devin
Albon.
Butler.
Magnussen, Raikkonen, George Russell, and Aiden Jackson.
We're really not that great.
Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost
We're really
complete,
not that great.
Let's head down to the track.
Yeah.
Okay, we've not quite had the start of the season we'd hoped for, but we've got a chance to make up some ground today. Try to keep your nose clean and show us what you've got. Good luck, Aiden.
So is this gonna be like a full race? Beat both McLaren and Renault drivers. Sounds like a possible. Sounds like a possibility, at least. But that's gonna be it for this episode. It's been fun. Hopefully it actually turned out sort of okay audio-wise. Probably not. It's kind of the best I can do at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll definitely record the rest of this eventually. Probably in the near future. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.